Okay, so what we got here, I went ahead and secured both pieces together with just a couple long deck screws in the bottom. Now you want to be careful where you place these because you got to figure when you're cutting out with the bandsaw, you're cutting out this side profile, so you want those screws to be placed where your bandsaw blade's not going to come in contact with them. I always like to secure from the bottom, about right in the center of the decoy, because that way I figure you're not doing any cutting down here on the bottom. All your cutting is going to be around the front, the top, and then around the tail section. So don't screw down from the top of into your pattern, because your bandsaw blade will go right through that and you'll ruin a good blade and possibly could get injured in the process. So 2 screws in the bottom, pieces held together. So what I've done is, for references, when you go to put your pattern on, I like to use a nice T-square, and I will square a line right across the what I would consider the breast or the front of the decoy. That way I know how far forward I want my pattern to be, and then I will continue that line, I don't know if you can see it or not, down the side over here. That way when I put my side profile on, I can line the breast up with the side too, so we're lined up, we're here and we're here. The breast of our pattern is in the same spot, and it helps line you up for when you go to cut out. That way you're not too far back with your side profile compared to your top profile, and then everything looks skewampus when you cut it out. The next thing I like to do is I like to take a line and go right down the center of my block. On these patterns that he has drawn, he has conveniently put a line right down the middle of that profile or that pattern for you. So it just makes it really easy just to line it up with your lines. That way you're square here on the front and square going this way as well. And then as far as the side profile goes, you're just lining up this bottom edge of your profile with the bottom of your block. That's your straight edge. That's to where you're not going to be twisted one way or another. You're going to be sitting nice and flat with your block, and at that point you're ready to go over to the bandsaw and start cutting out your profile. So we'll head on over to the bandsaw, get everything tuned up over there, and then we'll get some video of cutting out the profile, how I like to do it, and we'll go from there.